We thank, love, praise the three most powerful, God, Timquotu, and the Son of God, for your mercy, protection, and grace.
I eat 2 or 3 times a day. My meals are organic vegan, which even leads to good health. My organic vegan meals also lead me to be compassionate. I think this is the most important point. Reverend Soken Danjo, vegan.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc. Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Τα προγράμματά μας προσφέρονται σε πολλές γλώσσες. Παρακαλούμε δείτε suprememastertv.com/schedule και suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
The next time you visit a vegan restaurant in spectacular Moldova, you may hear them say "Pofta bună" before you begin eating. That means enjoy your meal in Romanian, this lovely country's official language. I'm Renat. The splendid Moldovan people are delighted that you've embraced the vegan way of life, benefiting both your health and the planet. May your wish for spiritual progress in this life be granted by finding an enlightenment living master in God's everlasting love. Eastern Europe's Moldova, a land of great cultural and natural beauty, shares its borders with Romania and Ukraine. Northern and central Moldova is a forest zone, while grasslands are found more in the south. Along with the creation of a national park and several nature reserves, Moldova has joined the European initiative known as the Emerald Network. With more than 50 areas that have been approved as emerald sites, an increasing number of rare and endangered species now have protected homes. Moldova's nutrient-rich soil and moderate climate also contribute to the country being a bountiful harvest region. Farmers across the land grow a variety of vegetables and fruits, as well as sunflowers and cereal grains. Production of Moldovan lavender is also expanding due to its high quality and exceptionally pleasant fragrance. Moldova's cultural legacy includes ancient ballads like Miorita, which is still memorized by school children and performed on stage today. The ballad describes how a shepherd poetically accepts his fate as he describes the heavenly realms of his soul's next travels. Traditional dance is also immensely popular and is part of nearly all celebrations, with a national folk dance ensemble that brings joy to its audiences. We had a great time visiting scenic Moldova with you by our side, wondrous viewers. May you always be wise and make the best choices to create positive results in your life. Supreme Master Qinghai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Qinghai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Qinghai, vegan.
Supreme Master Qinghai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is the beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack, quack, quack. You happy? Quack, quack, quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Qinghai, vegan, was born in Central Olac or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching.
and South America.
And keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
As well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real, lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse, it's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Gucci Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Kelly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
Master Ching Hai, she also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Fue una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Qinghai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Qinghai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations will shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
We now invite you to watch the first part of this enriching lecture titled How to Live a Simple and Happy Life, Part 1 of 13, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on June 28, 1992 in New Jersey, USA.
Supreme Master Qinghai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
I don't care for all this nonsense. Antiques. It's enough that you walk into an antique shop and look all around. Why do you have to buy them for your house? You cannot buy all of them anyhow. The antique shops, they offer all the antiquities that you can see. If one shop's not enough, you walk to the next door. And you see everything. Whenever you want to see them, you just go to the shop and look at them. And if it's not enough, you go to the auctions, where they sell more rarities. And you can see every antiques. And every antique piece he bought or he treasured, and he look at them and watch them and then put them where his eyes will be. Yes, it's all right to have some pieces of them, right, for decoration, but not at the personal sacrifice. He had a room, smaller room in the city, just because he couldn't afford a bigger room, because he wanted to buy antiques and all other things. And also, he had a lot of money to buy other things. Like, for example, before we got engaged, before that, we just knew each other, and he seemed to like me very much, or love, or whatever you say, I don't know. He showed me big boxes, wooden and metal boxes, antique boxes, antique as well, antique. And inside, when he opened them, all the jewelry were antique jewelry. Beautiful, finely carved, belonged to his mother before. And he say, this is all yours. Oh, it costs a lot of money, but it's not all that beautiful. My taste is different. Some of them are black because of the time, and some of them are beautifully carved, but it's too complicated. It looks too antique for me. And I don't like it that somebody already wore it thousands of times over. I don't know how many people wore them already because it's antique. I don't know who's the person who wore them. Yeah. What kind of person she was, and what did she do to earn all this? You know, I don't want to hang them on my body. I wasn't tempted at all. I was never tempted by jewelry, even when I was a child. I feel burdened wearing them. That's why I don't even have a watch, you see that? And I have ear holes, but I never wear anything. I do sometimes, only for half an hour or 2 hours. Then I come home and immediately tear them off, throw them out. These ear holes, because when I was young, everybody pierced their ears, you know. So they gave me an instrument to pierce them, and I was too stupid to do the same. And I didn't know that I have a mark for all my life. But never mind, it shows that I'm feminine, at least. So just to remind you that I have not changed my sex after enlightenment, okay? Don't have illusions again, huh? Now, what else do we want to say? What else about the antique things? Yeah, so I was never for jewelry and things like that. You know, I love beautiful things, clean and nice, just enough. You know, no need for all these things. When I was young, we were at war. You know that. The war, and the Americans worked there, and everything was at war. So my mother used to worry, my parents used to worry that in case we got lost, separated from the parents, and I'd always have something to live on for a while. So she furnished me with earrings and some finger rings and neck rings, everything. A lot of things, you know, very thick gold and all that. And besides that, she showed me where our gold was. You know, she said, this is a gold box inside full of gold. In case something happened to the parents, I should know. And also on my body should be a lot of gold and all that, in case something happened that we couldn't find our parents. Because I used to have to go out and study, far away from home. My parents were in the central, but I was sent to the capital to study. Therefore, and other places where there were better schools. So she always equipped me with all kinds of furniture, you know, body furniture, which was very shiny and heavy. And you know what I did with them? I always sold them. And invited the friends for dinner. So whenever I came back home again, because it was a long time until I got to go home to see my parents sometimes on vacation, maybe twice a year. Not often, huh? So I forgot that she will ask me, you know. I didn't think of the consequence, that she will notice that there's nothing on me. I forgot about it. Present living person. So I sold them all and I invite all the friends for dinner, or coffee and things like that. I was very generous all the time. I'm used to generosity, even though it's not on my own money. On my mother's expense, I forgot that. When I was young, I could not know much, you see. Yes, you know. I was very easy with the money because I didn't have much. You know, children. I'm not a child anymore. At that time, I was about over 10 years, teenagers. So that's the thing I did. And after I went home sometimes and I realized it now, what shall I tell her? Because she would ask. And she asked, and I immediately said, well, it's no longer there. It must be gone somewhere. Gone somewhere. And so when she saw that, of course, you know, our mother's love, she would give me again, furnish me again with all the furniture, yes. And now I'm all shining and glittering and wealthy, run off again with my Honda motorcycle. And then after a few months, when some friends came along, classmates, things like that, they have a party or they want to eat something and they don't have, the maid and all that, and then it will be gone again. And my generous mother would refurnish them again. And so I was a kind of spoiled when I was a child. But even then I was spoiled, but I was diligent, somehow by nature. I would try to work and help with the family things, family chores and things like that. And I washed my own clothes and ironed my own clothes, even though we had servants in the house. Everywhere we went, yeah? So that's what it is. Probably, I guess, the personality, huh? 个性的问题, personality. It's not always the education. My mother was a good example for me. She worked very hard. And she was very frugal, frugal. I remember she was selling material for clothes, but she herself wore some patched clothes. She was a very simple woman, worked hard for the family, but not for her own comfort. She worked so hard, but she sacrificed everything for us. Now I appreciate it more. I guess that's where I learned. She never had a holiday, except when she had to go to see her children somewhere else, married off or studying somewhere. Then she'd take a few days or 10 days off. But she worked so hard, day and night. She was her own salesperson, an accountant, bookkeeper, lawyer, and manager, everything. She does everything alone. A one-man business. My father earns money, but he spends more than he earns, so you know. On friends, yeah, I learned generosity from my father and hard working from my mother. Yeah, that's what it is. Now I think about it. Oh, he was always over-generous. Our house was always full of friends from him. Tea, coffee, and dinner, lunch, and all these kinds of things. And he always helped his friends and tried to please them, even playing cards with them to please them. At my mother's expense. And my mother, sometimes she cried because she didn't like that. It's okay to give them lunch, but not to play cards. She didn't like it. And some of the beautiful woman friends sometimes didn't want to leave. That's what hurt my mother also. It's not because of the generosity. It's a sharing of invisible property that she worried about. So I think she's a beautiful woman. Fantastic. No wonder she has such good experiences. Before she even knew that I am a so-called living Buddha, she already had inner experiences just by thinking of me. She saw one time I came home at night in her dream, and the house was full of light. My body was full of light too. So in the morning she woke up, she called the whole house and said, oh, she must have become Buddha. Because I saw her last night full of light coming home here and blessed me and all this, and I feel so wonderful this morning and blah, blah, blah. So everybody bowed to the chair that I used to sit in. That was before she even knew where I am, you understand? I hardly communicated. I didn't know how to write this kind of family letter. What can you write? How are you? I cannot say I miss you because it's gone now. I mean, I got over the missing period. I used to miss them when I was first separated from them, but after some time you get used to it. And I couldn't say I miss you anymore. It's a lie. And what shall I say? I love you? Well, that we know. Why do we have to talk about the things that we know? Huh? They both knew. But what else could I say? I study here, I work here, I earn money. And that you can only say in one letter. We cannot always say it in many letters. So I didn't know how to write letters. So I hardly communicated. You know, they do write sometimes now and again, but not that often. So in the late period when I was in the Himalayas, and that they didn't know where I was. And that I became famous as a meditation teacher, that I did not know. No one of my relatives knew. And how she saw me coming home, that's from her own virtues, not from me. That's why only recently, last year, that my relatives here in America got to know about me. And not from me, it's from their friends. And then they telephoned me and said, oh, sister, you have become Buddha, really? Why didn't you tell us? Yes, things like that, yeah. Our cousins, and they only knew last year. And my niece and nephew just saw me yesterday, after 25 years. And all of them hadn't seen me for 25 years. And I haven't seen my parents also for as long. So it's not because I told them about me that she saw me. It was because of her virtues. My mother was a virtuous person. She's very faithful to my father. Even though my father was a little bit glamorous. I knew her, she was never astray. She was always very virtuous, very faithful, and sacrificed for the family all her life. I guess that's what earns her the vision, you see, that she has seen in her dream. And now she sees me every day, she said in her letter. And she wrote poetry to me. And I couldn't believe it was my mother, because she never wrote poetry before. And it's so beautiful.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
Vegan, proof of intelligence.
Peace is happening around our world.
Peace News number 47 of many and counting.
There are many countries promoting peace and fostering amity among peoples and governments. Etc.
December 2023, the government of India, Assam State, and the rebel group United Liberation Front of Assam seal a peace pact that includes the group disbanding and giving up its weapons, the strengthening of Assam's indigenous people's land and political rights, and the state receiving several future infrastructure development projects from the central government. By creating peace, we all can make a loving, serene, and prosperous world.
Supreme Master TV Max. Maximize nearly limitless blessings everywhere. The new version of Supreme Master TV Max channels immeasurable blessings from the supreme grace of God. How to best utilize this free of charge tool. Easy. Play it on as many devices as possible.
Buy more, no use telephones, old tablets, anything, the more the better. Spread it anywhere, in your garage, in your garden, in your car, on your bus, at your work, quietly of course, everywhere. The more the better, because right now the blessing power is spread out so incredibly, almost like limitless. So you make use of that in order to strengthen the positive power in this world, to help me to save it, okay? Save people.
Go to suprememastertv.com/max. Click the button that is for your device. One is for PC or Android phone or tablet. The other is for Apple iOS phone or tablet and any other device. Under that, you can click on the plus screens buttons for Max. Each Max screen has a nearly infinite number of screens behind it. 1 plus 119,200 Max. Watch one big screen of Supreme Master TV with a thin line of 119,200 screens of Max around it, along with additional smaller screens. The most powerful daily prayer can be viewed similarly, with even more Max screens surrounding it. Combo. See Supreme Master TV alongside 3 or more smaller screens of Max. Enjoy our TV and the immense blessing at the same time. The download button downloads a video or audio file of the most powerful daily prayer to your device to keep the positive energy flowing without an internet connection. Please tell all you know, all others, so this can help the whole world to be saved. Print out a Supreme Master TV Max card to distribute wherever you go, for example, if it is safe for you.
That kind of concentrated, huge incredible energy. Will bless your home, bless your environment, your village, your town, or your city. And if many people do that, will bless your country, bless the world. Then our world will have less disasters, less war, more happiness, more intelligence, and more abundant blessings in our life. Just try it and you'll see the miracles that will happen.
Please visit suprememastertv.com/max, youtube.com/@folia999/streams, or youtube.com/@suprememastertvlive/streams.
Prostrate with all love, devotion, and gratitude to the reunited three most powerful, for all your mercy here as well as in heavens.
Heartfelt viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode, titled How to Live a Simple and Happy Life, Part 1 of 13, on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is The True Self Within, selections from the Upanishads, an ancient Hindu text, Part 2 of 2, on Words of Wisdom, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming. May you be bathed in uplifting energy from the divine.
Being vegan, having peace, heaven, Godspeed.